one thing I know, there's two main things I think that have made me feel the most joy and the most comfort since I've been here. One being churches, any church that we visited so far. As soon as I step in, I feel a real sense of security and safety and just overall joy. The second one is just the children, because the children are really innocent and really enthusiastic and excited about everything, and I don't feel any judgment or it's just a real positive feeling to be around the children.
I'd have to say just the overall joy that everyone has and the sort of universal friendship that people share. Like even just watching people, and I knew that they didn't know each other. They smile at each other, they greet each other, warm handshakes and stuff all around. And as a culture, they're just really joyful and pleasing and warm and inviting to everyone. And that's also sort of demonstrated through all the kids that we've seen so far. They just run up, they play, they just smile so broadly and so big, and they don't care about anything else except that you're there, and they just love being in community and stuff.
At the Children's Welfare Society of Kenya, all the kids were playing with, they have this ball that they had made out of, they had a corn husk in the middle, and they wrap plastic bags around it and keep wrapping, and it becomes this ball, and it's they were playing this game tag and baseball all kind of mixed up, but they were having so much fun and laughing and screaming and yelling, and it was just it was just really fun. And a lot of these kids, they come from the incest homes, or their parents have both passed on, or no one wants them, and some of them, they go from they can have a 1-day-old baby to a 14-year-old kid, and they even had some kids that were going to college and still staying there because that's all they had known. But the joy that they had, they were just so inventive with their games that they were playing, and just so creative and so innovative.
I love the attitude that the Kenyans have. I know this sounds really cliche, but some of them say, Hakuna Matata, no worries for the rest of your days. So, people have a lot of struggles there, and people are definitely in a bad scenario, but I see them, still trying their best. I see a lot of enthusiasm sometimes. I don't know if that's because we're there, or is that the environment all the time, but there's lots of smiles, especially from the children.
Okay, I think there's the one thing that's really struck me about Cambodian culture is the incredible respect they had for each other, and not just each other, but for those who are older than them as well. So when you meet someone, you always bow to them, or just put your hands together just as a mark of respect for the other person, and show the respect that the other person is, you're both human, and you're both, you should respect each other for who they are and what they are. So just this respect that you have for each other, I think, is something that's really struck me.
The things that we take for granted that other people don't have. Possibly a cliched thing to learn about coming to a place so different, a place where people can't take the things that we take for granted. But yeah, that is what I've learned, and I don't want it to be like that anymore. I don't want to take things for granted.
I think that the people of Cambodia have really changed me, that they have been through so much and had such a hard history, yet they still are filled with such hope and joy. The kids at Safe Haven have had really hard lives so far. Whenever you go, they always smile and wave and are happy to be with you and spend time with you, and I think that's incredible, and I can learn so much from it.